Mulibwanji from Keswick Village. This is the Rorschach, Malawi update from the 13th of May 2025. A quick summary of what's going down in Malawi. The country is currently experiencing rainy and chilly weather conditions, and the Department of Climate Change and Meteorological Services said this is due to the Mwera Winds, also known as the southerlies, which are blowing on Lake Malawi and other water bodies across the country. According to weather report released on Friday the 9th, the cold rain started on Monday the 12th and will start to ease up on Thursday the 15th. They warned that the country will have a lot of rainy, windy, cloudy, and chilly weather conditions, and that some areas might get foggy. They urged locals to wear warm clothes and avoid water bodies. There is some confusion on whether Vitumbuka Mumba, the Minister of Trade and Industry and an aspiring member of Parliament of the Mziba Central constituency, lost the primary elections on Sunday the 11th. Local news said he got 5 votes, while his competitor, Adamson Kusuri, a presidential advisor, got over 260. Before the primaries, Mumba got a court injunction to stop the primaries because Mzimba District Council did not tell him that they would be held in a different area and on a different date. If he had known about the change, he wouldn't have left the country and gone to the US, where he also lives. So in the end, he couldn't participate in the elections fully. The High Court is yet to rule on the case. Despite this, some media houses are pushing the story of Mumba's loss, but the ruling Malawi Congress Party, which Mumba is associated with, called the elections fake and unverified. Amidst the confusion, there are rumors that President Lazarus Chakwera is considering Vice President Michael Yusi as a running mate in the upcoming September elections. In previous episodes, we mentioned that Yusi had launched his own party, Ariazekala Balandu, but had not registered it with the Registrar of Political Parties, making it ineligible to contest. On Friday the 9th, Thomas Kamba, the president of the Umwaji Party, told local media that his and Yusi's party will form an electoral alliance with the ruling Malawi Congress Party to promote unity and win the upcoming elections. Yusi's recent rally, where he appeared with increased security as his life might be endangered, Yusi has made a lot of political enemies because he hasn't really been clear with his intentions. His affiliations with the president might make him a target for other people who want the running mate role and weren't selected for it even after putting in the work to be won. Neither Yusi nor the president has commented on these rumors. On Tuesday, the 13th, Peter Dimba, the Minister of Labor, announced an increase in the monthly minimum wage by 40%, effective immediately. He told local media that the government came to this decision after consulting with the Malawi Congress Trade Union, the Employers Consultative Association of Malawi, and the relevant stakeholders about the high cost of living, among other factors. The increase not only affected the general minimum wage, but also the salaries for domestic workers, truck drivers, shop workers, and micro and small enterprises. Some people are criticizing the government after the High Court of Lilongwe in the Central Region heard a financial dispute where the executive overpaid SF International, a company that was contracted to supply military equipment to the Malawi Defense Force, by over $3 million. The story came out after Saraz Ferreira, the manager of SF International, sued the government demanding that it pay his company nearly $7 million in compound interest because of the government's late payments. However, these interests were not stipulated under the deal. After the government's overpayment was revealed, the Attorney General filed a counterclaim against SF International to refund the money. The case is still ongoing. Meanwhile, some council officers working with the Mbelwa District Council in the northern region were accused of allegedly demanding bribes from people who applied for the positions of health surveillance assistant, which are being handled by the council. On Tuesday the 13th, local publication Malawi 24 confirmed that some officials received bribes worth 300,000 kwacha, which is a little over $170, and promised to employ the job seekers in return. Authorities from the council are yet to comment on the matter, but civil society organizations, and the public are demanding answers. They're very angry because the council had already been accused of bribery and corruption during another recruitment process in 2023. In other news, the government has approved the imports of 2 Moroccan fertilizers. On Friday the 9th, the Agricultural Technologies Clearing Committee endorsed the NPSB and NPSZN fertilizers. They said they had spent a year testing them in different research stations and some local farmers' fields and found that the fertilizers significantly increased maize yields, improved soil health, and boosted farmers' incomes compared to other fertilizers. Kennedy Loea, Malawi's deputy ambassador to Morocco, celebrated the news and said it's not just about the fertilizers, but about the country's food security and the success of its farmers. The endorsement came after the National Economic Empowerment Fund, or NEF, launched the winter cropping agricultural loan inputs in Zomba district in the southern region and spent the rest of the week visiting other districts as well. The fund is targeting over 200,000 farmers nationwide, giving them loan inputs, which include fertilizer, maize seeds, and a solar pump. On Wednesday, the 7th, Humphrey Medicini, the NEF CEO, said the loan inputs help improve the country's food security. He said a lot of farmers need help getting into irrigation farming to help protect them from climate shocks. Over the last 2 years, crops have been getting damaged due to the weather oscillating between droughts and floods. The continuous crop damage makes it hard to meet the annual maize requirement. Unfortunately, people should expect to spend more time without electricity. On Friday the 9th, the electricity generation company, or Igenco, told local media that they removed over 80 megawatts from the national electricity grid because of faulty machines at their 3 hydropower stations. Moses Gwaza, the Igenco spokesperson, said that as a result, Malawi is currently producing nearly 285 megawatts, which isn't enough power for the whole country. He assured that Igenco is working tirelessly to fix the issue. Right now, most parts of the country are experiencing at least 4-hour blackouts per day. The media has received criticism for referring to individuals without PhDs as doctors while neglecting those who actually have them. In previous episodes, we mentioned that the National Council for Higher Education had previously banned this practice after it became popularized, especially by the media. On Saturday the 9th, the Nation newspaper tweeted about Noel Carrera's appointment as the new Deputy Inspector General of the Malawi Police Service. They did not refer to him as a doctor despite his PhD in public administration, leading some readers to accuse the publication of mislabeling him, especially since other articles use the doctor title for different individuals. Malawi will be hosting its first ever beauty fun fair, organized by a local modeling agency called Elk Management. On Wednesday, the 7th, Elk Management told local news that the event is targeting professionals who work in Malawi's beauty, fashion design, skincare, and food industries to showcase their skills and connect them to potential clients. They expect to host the event every year in different cities in the country. According to the Elk Management team, the Beauty Fun Fair is set to take place on the 1st and 2nd of November in the Lilongwe city. Closing this edition, the second season of Malawi Has Talent has received a boost worth 500 million kwacha, which is about $290,000. The funding came from Goshen City, which was funded by Shepherd Bushery, a renowned prophet. On Saturday the 10th, the Times Media Group, which runs the show, told other stations that the program will expose a lot of great talent that is hidden within Malawi and give artists a platform to shine. According to local news, the winner for this season will walk away with a cash prize of 35 million kwacha, which is a little over $20,000. And that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't worry, it's free. Help us grow and keep the updates coming. Pitani Bueno.